With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today we hit double digits, Week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Baltimore Ravens. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So whatever it is, they got you thinking that you Superman. They got the kryptonite. The mic, the challenges, not even good actors. What's going to be the outcome? Let's add up all the factors. You whack, you twisted, your girls are whoa. You broke, it ain't yours, and everybody knows. Your own man say you stupid. You be like, so, I love my baby mama. I never let her go. I'm tired of weeks. Wanted over food.
They'll begin here with a run with Charbonnet. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Diamonds on me fight, Nick and Reese, Icatina, Orange Richard Meal on me dancing just like Bia. Going against Glizz, wouldn't want to be
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Jackson firing quickly out wide for Bateman. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense. And now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground. Second and 7, operating from the 34. Now it's Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Ashton Davis. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll look to throw here. Throw caught by Flowers. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and the Ravens strike first and 3's in. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
And I think this is a route we'll see more as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Able to find Higgins.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
And see, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
Lunny! Tonight! Lunny! Nice shot! Tonight! Tonight!
From midfield now, here's Jackson.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get a second one.
But that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
11 MT.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Only a yard in the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Yeah, look at this Baltimore defense.
They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
They spent the week at practice, and we know our rating's not that great. And we know we're facing the #1 passing team in the league. But there are some things that we can do to give ourselves a chance in this game.
Here we go. 11 MT. Kate. 180.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Bengals bring out their punter now. as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Play action. Now Jackson. And his throw here's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield or man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Jackson.
He'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
The Ravens at 6-3 on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 5.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
They'll set up a screen to Charbonnet.
They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
On 2.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
11, here we go.
And Chase will go in motion left.
Stop.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
Looking deep here for Chase.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
On third down, Mixon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
I'm fine, ready?
First down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here we go. 11. Right, 80. Right, hot. 11. Hot.
Now they go play action now. Burrow looking deep here for Chase. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals have taken the lead.
Evan McPherson for the extra point.
So he missed his lone field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
On the return, the Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the Ravens getting the road victory in that one. So now they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Baltimore.
Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Foster. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now Lamar changing the play.
Again, Jackson. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
And from the gun, here's a handoff to Charbonnet.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
They go play action now. Jackson over the middle, complete. That's Foster. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 42. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jackson, options out left. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, and probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
And now a handoff to Charbonnet. Tackled by Ashton Davis up from the secondary.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Jackson now. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
Here's Jackson to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
No move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Jackson. There's a short one complete to Harris. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10.
Now it's Jackson.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Now it's Burrow.
Looking deep here for Chase. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up third down.
11 MT. Here we go. 11 Thomas.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. And it's intercepted.
Picked off by Roquan Smith. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. Shoves him aside.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. You know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
Now it's Burrow. Now he'll tuck this and run. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
But when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Let's get set. 11. Can.
Here's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to mix him. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 62 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
On the give here, Charbonnet.
He gets away from one. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run on first down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation. Here's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year. And the Ravens are able to widen their advantage. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, it's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Extra point up and through. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
17. Bengals 7. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go.
They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Burrow on play action.
Looking deep here for Chase. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Malachi Starks.
And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
First down pass. Intercepted. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now run by Charbonnet. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll fake the jet sweep, and now it's Jackson off play action.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
At the Bengals' 23-yard line.
Return it.
To throw is Jackson. And he's got it. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A good pickup there at 22.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Charbonnet. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Ravens are able to extend their lead. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. On his loop for the extra point.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Ravens 24, Bengals 7. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
We're in Baltimore, third quarter action, 2nd and 10.
Gun.
Burrow looking to pass. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
That's good for the Bengals. First down.
Burrow will throw. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Now Burrow going to change things up.
11 MT, Tate. 11 MT, Tate. 11.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Pass complete. Joe Mixon out of the backfield.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here we go.
Mixon will try the right side. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
We always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Mixon is into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Bengals 14. Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
And he gets this out to Foster on the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47.
A run now with Charbonnet.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Ready! Get hot! Get ready! Hey! You at X.
Here's Charbonnet.
Shelling through the defense. And he's going to take this down to about the 17.
52 yards rushing for him now to this point. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball? He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Up the middle they go. It's Porter. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
They'll run for it with Charbonnet.
And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as he'll wind up going backwards. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated Bruce. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Joe Mixon with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. McPherson on for the point after.
It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Just because you've got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Throwing is Jackson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
They'll run it here with Charbonnet.
And he's got some space here. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
79 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Again, it's Charbonnet.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
Troy Anderson, the man on the tackle.
Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29.
Now it's Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read a receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Now Jackson.
They'll set up a screen to Charbonnet.
And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the 1st down at around the 22. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
How about this? They'll change it at the line.
Fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Here's 1st and 10.
11.
Play action. It's Burrow. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
Here comes 2nd down.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Here we go. 11 mighty. 180.
To throw, Burrow.
He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long.
180. Right hot. 11, 11, 11. Stop.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. He'll try to do it himself. Connected with Mixon. And he is going to have the Bengals first down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allow him to convert on 4th and long. Now Burrow.
And the Bengal first down.
Man open left side. It's his running back with it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
What a time to come up with a play like that. They're now in field goal range. But the opportunity is also there to try and win the game outright.
Mixon with a first down carry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
11, 180. Right hot.
Throwing, Burrow. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Big play looming here. This is 3rd and 7 with a crowd on their feet.
Here we go, here we go.
Now it's Mixon running right. And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Another big play in a game that's had plenty of them. 4th and 2.
11, 11, 11, 11. 180. Right hot. Stop.
Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs.
Right hot. Sit hot. 180.
The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. We all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done, a narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there. And the outcome's in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting, but in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?
So for Baltimore, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
you have the time to listen to me whine about nothing and everything all at once? I am one of those melodramatic fools, neurotic to the bone, no doubt about it. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid? Am I just... I went to a shrink to analyze my dreams. She says it's like a that's bringing me down. I went to a... He said my life's a bore. So quit my white cause it's bringing her down. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Grasping to control, so I better hold on. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid? My God.
Wild little piece. Lord, how I gave my parents fits. Tried so hard to raise me right, but I was born to run the night. Daddy took me hunting when I was a kid. Wouldn't believe what the hell I did. He said, boy, hold this. Told my cousin, you better run. Last time he poked fun at me, got my with a tree. Son of a gun, pay for all I've done. Swear they'll get us here, 'cause I ain't done just yet. Yeah, went for a drive, blue lights lit up my brown eyes. I just tried to play cool. Cop said, boy, you're just a fool. Cuffed and stuffed me in the trunk. Next time I won't get sold. Son of a gun, pay for all I've done. Swear they'll get us there, 'cause I ain't done just yet. Had a load of fun at my parents' couch, tried to figure out what love's about. Mom came busting through that door. What? No more. Kick that girl out in the street. Next time I'll be more discreet.